Hello there. Just as they might have thought that they were on the way up, a civil war erupts within Labour over renationalising rail and the utilities. Keir Starmer and his team should, by now, be knocking ball after ball into the back of the Tory goal netting. But what the Labour Party hierarchy has decided to do instead is ignite an internal civil war over renationalising the utilities and the railways. And the only thing helping Labour in the polls right now is the Conservative Party forgetting what conservatism means and ditching its leader. Now, under Jeremy Corbyn's 2019 Labour manifesto, the aim for Labour was to renationalise water, the Royal Mail, the gas and electricity industries, as well as rail. And the hankering for a hard socialist UK by the Labour Party's far left wing is well known, because it's far easier to target the government of the day with strikes than to try to take on a range of private companies. And when campaigning to replace Corbyn, Keir Starmer said he would keep to those renationalising pledges. But it's now emerged that he's actually quietly shelved those plans, and this has resulted in much disquiet on the left of the already lefty party. Both Starmer and his shadow chancellor Rachel Reeves have now basically said that they won't be spending money on anything that can't be afforded, and renationalising massive industries isn't affordable at present, if ever. And even if the economy bounces back, renationalisation would still be low down the priority list for Labour. But some of the more left-wing Labour MPs and the trades unions have responded by pouring out support for renationalisation of those entities. It seems they don't like this rewriting of their socialist and unaffordable Corbyn manifesto. But do you remember the meal of it Labour made when the Tories broke their manifesto promises? And Starmer is now saying that he will rebuild the country using growth, growth, growth. Obviously channeling Blair's education, education, education. But Starmer also said that this growth, growth, growth will be built on a net zero plan. What's that then? Net zero growth? Well, actually, if he, or the Tories for that matter, force net zero on us, we'll end up with a net negative economy. Anyway, doesn't the Labour Party have a conference voting system to decide what their policies will be? Has Starmer just sidestepped that and imposed his policies undemocratically on his party? I wonder how much party funding he and Reeves have just put at risk, especially funding from those very unions that want Labour to nationalise their industries. Starmer may well be looking at the wider electoral position, taking into consideration what ordinary voters might want and what they might view as unelectable rampant socialism, but that won't help him if it tears his own party apart.